Welcome to the Dead Boy Lounge with your hosts Paul Ford and Tim Smith.
What's up, dudes? How's everybody doing? We are live with another episode of the Dead Boy Lounge horror news and culture podcast. Hope everyone has had a fantastic weekend so far. We're glad to see you. Glad you're here. How you been, man? How's everything going on in your part of the world?
Dude, I just feel like the eastern part of the country is just on fire.
Basically, yeah.
You know? I actually feel broke. I'm thinking about where you live. Like you're actually in like the anus that is on fire.
I think about it a lot.
I literally just I swear to God, it just popped in my head. I was like, oh my God, no, he's in the war zone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh. We are fortunate in that we're away from like a lot of the large, densely populated areas like Orlando and Tampa. They're like couple hours away from where we're at in Central Florida. But
I'm gonna say something really selfish. That's just on the subject of Amazon.
Okay.
The other day I saw an Amazon fulfillment truck.
Yeah.
Like in my town, and we don't have one for more than an hour away. And I'm like, does that mean I'm gonna get same day delivery soon? That's the fucking most first world thing I've ever thought. I'm positive, dude. I was just like, oh, I can get hangers the same day. What?
Hangers? That's where you go.
Whatever. I actually, the last thing I ordered off Amazon was like 2 whiteboards, and they were offering the smart plug for 99 cents.
And you got it.
So I was like, well, I really just want the whiteboards, but that's $1 for a smart outlet. I'm going to take that.
I love
life's going pretty good right now.
Yeah.
I've now joined the Internet of Things world.
No shit. Oh, dude. Well, yeah. What do you say we go ahead and jump into some news, man?
Yeah. We can do that.
Yeah, let's do that. Why don't you go ahead and take us into our first story there, homie?
Only because it's like gonna make me the happiest to talk about this. So, why did I pull up the link when we have a synopsis?
Oh.
Okay, so this is about Halloween Kills. They've announced a release date and an update and teaser video. Or I'm sorry, a release date update and a teaser video. The teaser video is fucking awesome, by the way. If you haven't watched it, it's that's Kevin Nash.
Oh, jeez, wow, taking it back.
Fucking jackknife powerbomb. Yeah, we're taking it back.
Oh.
So the film will now open in theaters on October 15th, 2021, along with an IMAX release in October 21. The returning filmmaking team responsible for the 2018 global phenomenon Halloween Kills is written by Scott Teems and Danny McBride. Scott Teems and Danny McBride and David Gordon Green, based on characters created by John Carpenter and Deborah Hill. Definitely make sure you check out the latest teaser video on Carpenter's official Twitter and Instagram through the full article on horrornews.net. And we will have that in the chat.
That's right. And they also have a embedded version of the teaser on Horror News as well. So
it's fucking good.
Quick little shortcut there to the video. But also just Carpenter some love because he's kind of a G.
Okay, so everything I've ever read about him, he's like crazy honest.
Oh yeah?
Like oh dude, who's the guy who was in Citizen Kane? Fuck. I have like all of the stuff in my head and I can never remember names.
It's got like
there's like a couple people in Hollywood who are famous for just being like brutally honest. I'm looking it up now. Orson Welles.
Oh wow.
If you don't know, Orson Welles and John Carpenter are famous in Hollywood for being just so brutally honest. Like Orson Welles, when he doesn't want to talk to you, he'll look at you like, "I'm incredibly busy. Please go fuck off." And it's like people still respect him because he was in Citizen Kane, arguably the greatest movie of all time.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's just a legendary name to begin with. I mean, largely because of that movie. Yes, you are right. But it's just like that fame has carried over for like ever. Like you hear Orson Welles, you're like, oh yeah, that guy's a fucking legend. So yeah, he gets he gets a great pass.
Please tell me to fuck off, please.
Yeah. Can I record this? Can I put it on my no, go the fuck away. Oh,
but
dude.
John Carpenter kind of has like that same reputation. Like he's very honest about his disdain for the original Halloween 2. And he when people ask him like, well, how could you write something that you don't like? And he's like, well, they paid me. So I bought a 6-pack and I just wrote a script over the weekend. And I was like, God damn. Dude, John Carpenter doesn't give a fuck.
Mad respect for that lad right there. God damn it.
You know, he gets royalty checks for like all the Halloween movies, period.
Jesus.
Like even ones he has no say in at all. Like he had nothing to do with anything. He still just gets a check.
Oh, because they're his characters.
Yeah, so that's like he just hit like some baller status, you know, like on one of the most iconic horror franchises of
right?
all time.
Like he's sitting on his couch and he's just like looking at his phone and he's like, boom, just made $100K.
Yeah. Halloween 4 just played on TBS.
God damn. Fucking TBS. All right.
Okay, so tell them about Nightmare Fuel.
Okay, some nightmare fuel for you guys. Newly discovered giant Indonesian sea cockroach belongs in a horror movie, and they are so fucking right. Just look at this gigantic. I mean, it's such a close-up too. Like, God damn it.
Dude, what the fuck?
Oh, okay. Well, the story reads, in last January's Underwater, the crew of a deep drilling operation are faced with legions of otherworldly creatures. Still, a newly discovered sea cockroach from Indonesia puts fictional underwater creepers to shame. Mashable Asia reports, in a 2018 expedition to survey uncharted waters off the southern coast of West Java, Indonesia, a team of researchers made some very peculiar findings. But fast forward to 2020, and the team has officially confirmed identification of another new species. I'm going to fuck this up, but Bathynomus raksasa is what they have identified this thing as. And if you're watching with us right now, this is what the little fucker looks like. And it genuinely looks like a underwater cockroach with fucking like shredders for legs.
What's that Pokemon? Kubatu or Kubatu?
Kubotu. Yeah, and then Kubotu. That's almost that's a really close representation of what that
fucking
is.
cephalopod.
Yeah, it's like a little underwater spider insect thing. And just, oh my God, dude, look at that.
I guarantee you, like, that guy's holding it and it's in his hand just going.
Like each movement of its legs is just like little clicks and rattles and clacks and all just kinds of weird. Yeah.
Fucking Predator style.
Dude.
Yeah. That was good.
Thank you.
That was good.
Oh, hey, so yeah, that's fucking, dude, it's so crazy looking.
Look up the giant Japanese spider crab. Give that one just a quick Google image search.
What the actual fuck is that? Dude. What?
They're fucking huge, right? And they're all over the ocean. And they go unchecked. Okay, two things. Apparently, they're delicious.
Okay.
But like the meat is like super good, has like it's sweet and like very not like gamey like most fishes, like chewy.
And it would be a Japanese chef that would be brave enough to look at this thing and go, all right, let's fucking cut it up. Let's see what this thing tastes like.
Well, okay, so English fishermen, they're trying to like introduce them to England, right? Because they're just so easy to catch, and they're like bountiful, and they're like they just reproduce at an alarming rate. But every time they try to introduce it, people are like, "That's too terrifying to eat. I want no part of it." So, like stuff like that in the sea roach, like it's too scary to eat, even when it's dead.
Well, that's I think the two share a similarity there, because the story on the sea roach reads on that the reason why it was able to grow as big as it did was there's no natural predators for this thing. So I imagine it's the same thing for that crazy spider crab creature. There's just no natural predators for these things. Nothing wants to eat it probably because it just fucking looks horrifying.
Could you imagine like a shark just like swimming around like, nope, 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 nope. If you were swimming and you looked down and you saw that, like, you'd probably moved away from the ocean. I would.
That would definitely be a thought that would cross my mind. I feel like I would just like stare at it for a long time. And then once I saw it moving, going, all right, I'm the fuck out of here.
Maybe it's so pale because it's dead. Nope, nope.
Got to soak it in ammonia.
Oh, God.
That's what this thing looks like. The fucking skin louse from Pacific Rim. It's a kaiju skin louse. See, the kaiju, they're coming, man.
We're eventually going to have to do like a kaiju, like special.
It's coming. It's coming. It's come up far too many times on the show already.
I have an idea. I'll share it with you later. Just remind me.
Okay.
Oh, bro.
All right. I'll put a note in there.
Okay. Hey, so Paul, what are we doing for this episode? What's the idea?
So the idea for this episode tonight is again we're starting to really lean heavy into the culture side of things here. And for today, we're going to be revisiting, if you have ever seen the original part 1 to the Scream movie franchise, you remember there's a scene, very prolific scene, where they read off a series of rules to abide by if you want to survive a horror movie. And we have some rules of our own. And we thought we'd share them with you guys tonight. And we thought it'd be a fun idea.
I love Scream.
You've mentioned that.
I love Scream. I love that it's like a look at all the tropes in horror and how to like dissects them and destroys them, and then like also just plays into them. So if you have like, I feel like all the Scream movies are worth a watch.
Yeah, and there's what, like 4 or 3?
4, but a 5th is in production.
What?
Yeah, buddy.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And it's an actual 5th. It's not a reboot.
Interesting. Oh wow, a true sequel? What, in this economy?
Yeah. Right.
But yeah, so we just thought it'd be kind of a fun thing for us to come up with some of our own rules for surviving certain horror movies. I know for mine in particular, I didn't really stick with like one particular type or trope or genre, as it were, like be it slasher or sci-fi or whatever. I just kind of thought of scenarios, and then I went off of that. So I don't know how sporadic yours happened to be, but
I have a reputation. No, I centered all of mine around like universally what a character needs to do to survive a horror movie.
Okay.
And I've got some bonus rules.
Hey, some bonus rules. I almost thought you said bonus rolls, and I thought we were gonna have another D&D theme.
No,
Night
well,
tonight.
there almost was. There was one roll where I was like, they've min-maxed. There's
Well, why don't you start, man?
okay, so I'm gonna start because I feel like mine get better, like they get worse from 1 to 10.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start at 10.
All right.
So number 10 is improvise, adapt, and overcome. In a pinch, even a coat hanger can become a weapon.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
I have this thing about characters in horror movies. You have to show like a survival instinct.
Mm-hmm.
If you've ever seen Your Next, the final girl in that literally has like survival training, and it's the whole reason that anyone survives in that whole movie. Super brutal. She sets up fucking Kevin McAllister traps for all these people who are trying to break into the house. Like, no joke, like a line in a fucking in an archway, and it goes up, and it's connected to an axe. And if you trip the line, the axe comes down, and it happens.
God damn.
Yeah, she's got like boards with nails sticking up. It's all jagged. Oh, dude, put that on the list.
Hey, there were a lot of kids in that family, so who knows?
Yeah. Your Next has like the greatest example of like someone being able to improvise, adapt, and overcome.
Mine is less of a general horror movie rule and just more of like a basic life rule. Always carry a knife. Always
EDT,
carry a
let's
knife.
Go.
For real. And they're just like, not just for like a weapon type purpose, but like they're very useful utilities and tools in various situations. If you're in a car accident, cut out the seatbelt. They even make some with like little knobs in the end where you can shatter the car window and like get the fuck out. And so they're just a useful utility, but in the horror movie sense, it's just always a good idea because it always turns out there's just someone trying to kill you. So at least then what do you do? Well, if you got something in your pocket, you might stand at least a little bit of a chance. Depends on who it is. But it just feels like a generally smart idea just to always kind of have something on you at any given time. So that's where I came at it from that one.
Can dig it.
There you go.
Okay. So, I have the thing about tropes.
You've mentioned it.
Yeah. Because, like, I feel like movie tropes, like, they change and evolve. I will also say that I've never actually looked up the definition of trope. And it's a figurative or metaphorical use of word or expression. He used the two Americas trope to explain how a nation free and democratic at home could act wantonly abroad. What the fuck?
That's a horrible example.
Yeah. Oh, a trope is a storytelling device or convention, a shortcut for describing situations. Okay.
Okay. That seems a little more on par of what we're talking about.
Yeah. So, like, the final girl is a trope. So, on the subject of tropes, there's a trope that has evolved. If you didn't know, because we're like, it's 2020. Everyone can do what they want with their bodies as long as it's consenting and no one's getting hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So my number 9 is don't have sex with someone else's significant other.
Ah.
So it's actually pretty okay in horror movies nowadays to have sex. Like no one really cares. The killer like might be bothered. Jason, whatever. New killers don't care. It's actually like recommended and like it follows.
Okay.
Do you know anything about that movie?
I know nothing about that movie.
Okay, well, it's
It's
a
on the
big thing and it
list.
follows. It is. It'll be soon. We'll
Yeah.
do that one soon.
It's coming.
Maybe soon. But like, if you have sex with someone, like if a girl has sex with someone else's boyfriend in a horror movie, they're both dying. Bad.
The Friday the 13th remake is a great example of that.
Oh yeah.
With Trent and what's her
Um,
name? Yeah.
Who cares?
Okay.
Perfectly Simple Girl.
Yeah.
I can't remember her name.
That's okay.
Stupendous tits. That's all I remember about. But like, oh, and there's like a second part to this, and also don't masturbate.
Okay, I feel like that needs a little bit of clarification though, because I don't remember seeing a lot of whacking it in horror movies.
Okay, so there's actually two examples in the Friday the 13th remake.
Is there? Oh, okay. I remember one specifically.
Yeah, when the guy like pulls the catalog out.
The most generic fucking like home catalog in the world.
Yeah. Well, there's also the guy when Jason finds his mask. He's like talking to that mannequin.
Oh, right. Okay.
I'm gonna count that as masturbation because
it was definitely leading to that, right?
Yeah, this is getting weird. If you have sex with a mannequin, you're jerking off. Let's be real.
Let's be real.
But there's a couple of examples that aren't coming directly to my mind, but like where characters they'll like go by themselves because they can't, like they didn't score with the hot girl. You'll die. But the whole having sex with someone else's significant other, that's a real big one that I don't think gets discussed a lot. Like if you've ever seen Cabin Fever.
Ooh, I saw that once, and that was right around the time where it was like still kind of
like when
new.
It came out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if we'll put that one on the list because I'm not. Maybe. But if you remember, there's a scene where the main character from Boy Meets World, he has sex with one of the characters, but like his girlfriend just died.
Mm-hmm.
And like immediately after they have sex, she's super infected, and you just see it like she dies like a couple of minutes later. So he goes into the bathroom, pours Listerine on his dick.
I kind of remember this
hardcore,
now.
man.
Yeah.
Oh, it ends well for no one.
Right? Yeah. We might do that one. I think I watched that one more in like a background setting, like it was on at someone's house or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, hey, what's this? Cabin Fever. Okay.
I remember I bought it because I was trying to mount like a huge movie collection at one point, and then just Netflix became so popular I stopped trying.
Hey, now might be the best time. You can find some like stupid deals.
It's true. But hook me up with your number 9, my dude.
My number 9. Okay. You know what? I'll actually go ahead and give you the actual number 9. I'll circle back around. Flashing titties, almost certainly next to die. It seems like any female character that exposes their breasts is almost going to die in the next scene or in the next 2 or 3 scenes, possibly the next act.
Yeah.
You know? It may not be like 100% congruent, but I feel like that occurs a lot more often than it does not.
Yeah, I feel like I'm hoping that that's something that like dies off soon.
Right.
Because like, I don't know. I'm not super into the whole like, the morality part of like horror movie killers. You know, like.
Oh,
she was immortal.
Right, like how Jason always seems to target kids having sex or kids doing drugs and partying and shit like that.
It makes a little bit more sense for him because he died.
Right. Like it's a loose example, but he does hone in on, and there are some other movies that have that example. But yeah, I see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
But it does seem odd. It's kind of like, titties equal death. And that's really sad.
Yeah. I love boobs, man.
Who doesn't? This is going to get into
Apparently
a weird
serial
area.
killers, dude. Movie slashers hate boobies.
With a passion. Like, damn.
Fiery, burning hate.
All right. Well, what is your numero ocho there, muchacho?
The Ocho. Okay, so we actually, before we started the recording and stuff, I had slightly mentioned this was one of mine, but like in an expanded way.
Right.
And that's you have to keep your head on a swivel. Look up. Check the back seat. Check your six and reflective surfaces. You have to be aware of your surroundings.
Oh, yeah.
I don't understand how people die in horror movies when they're like, the killer was in the back seat. In what world do you not look in your back seat? If I had a fucking coupe with no back seat, I would still just push my seat forward a little bit to check. I might check my trunk because I don't trust anyone, man. Like, that's so fucking terrifying. Have you ever gotten in your car and not checked your back seat?
Not like as I'm getting into the car. I think what I tend to do is like I'll look through the window
Mm-hmm.
and then like just casually get in. But I've never caught myself like craning my neck backwards to check the back seat from inside the car or anything like that. But yeah, I
But
guess
is there
in a
any
loose
angle?
sense I do.
Is there any angle walking towards your car where you feel like, well, I can't see my back seat. Hope everything's okay. I feel like I've always been able to look at my back seat walking up to my car.
Yeah, no, I feel like that's very accurate.
It blows my mind. But like a better example, other than like the back seat, have you seen Halloween H2O?
Yeah, I don't think I saw it very many times though.
That's fine. There's like this famous scene where Michael Myers like goes full on Chad and lowers himself down from a pipe one-handed.
Right?
And you're like Jamie Lee Curtis, like, she didn't look up. It's a hallway, bitch. You were just like, I see nothing. There's nothing in here.
Especially since it's like not her first time.
She knows. She's known for 20 years at this point.
Okay, for my number 8, again, I went a little more generic. I feel like this can fit any situation from almost any given movie at any given time. Don't be a dick unless you want to die. Dickheads always seem to get it. Another case in point, bringing it back to the Friday the 13th remake. Trent, huge douchebag throughout the entire movie, gets an incredible death. And it does seem like there's any like just jackass douchebaggy character, they may survive for like an extended period of time throughout the film, but at some point they are going to die, and it's going to be in a pretty great fashion too. You almost get like a sense of satisfaction from it, like, like from the moment you meet the character, you're just kind of like, I hope this fucker dies, and then once it finally comes around, it's like, yeah, he died.
You're like Chan, you're like, oh, I hope you fucking die.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you get lit on fire while you're drowning. You're just like, God, I hope your death is amazing.
I think you just get so angry at them.
Stupendous.
I think that's just great movie making, where you're actually able to get like where a character can trigger an emotional response from the viewer in some way, be it like, you're really rooting for this character, you want to see them make it to the end, or you just want to see a spear fall from the heavens down their throat through their asshole and just cheer them on the entire time.
Can someone drop a piano on him?
That'd be great.
Yeah. Dude, that's a good one. So true.
All right, man, hit us with your next shot.
Yeah. Okay. Um, stay sober.
Ooh.
I don't. This is like a really important one. Like, stay smart and clear-minded. No booze, beer, weed, coke, pills, or whippets. Don't fuck your brain up. Obviously, lowered inhibition, slower reaction times. These are all things that are going to get you killed. I don't, and like, God, every horror movie that has a party, someone dies because they're going to get more beer.
Right.
Scream, bro. That scene in the original Scream where she goes to the garage and she's wearing that fucking highlighter lime green shirt.
The 90s shirt.
Yeah. That shirt was actually the 90s summed up.
Basically, yeah.
If there would have been platform shoes as well, that would have been the most 90s thing ever.
And regurgitated bell bottoms. Yeah.
Jinko jeans. The question is, did you have a pair?
The question is, how many pairs did I have? And
oh
the
my
answer
God,
is 2. I only had 2. I didn't go overboard.
they were expensive.
God damn, yeah. Yeah.
So, any party, people die. Jack Black in I Still Know What You Did Last Summer.
Mm-hmm.
Literally like the fucking white Rasta weed dealer who's like constantly getting fucked up. Dude, he's got the worst death in that whole movie. This is like my super obscure fucking horror movie knowledge. Like he gets it so bad. And he deserves it. He sucks in that movie.
Yeah.
I take it back. Coke is okay. You can do Coke. I've never seen anyone die a horrible death in a horror movie on Coke.
I don't think I've ever seen actually anyone getting super fucked up on Coke in a horror movie.
Yeah. So if you do Coke, your movie is no longer a horror movie. It's probably a drama.
Right.
There you go.
With either Johnny Depp or Matthew McConaughey in some aspect.
Holy fuck. Paul Herman has a very special cameo.
It's worth it though. What was the one?
Yeah.
Was it the remake of Texas Chainsaw, or was it the remake of Friday the 13th, where the kids at the beginning are searching for that lost weed farm?
That was Friday the 13th.
Case in point, right there.
Yeah.
They were actually searching for the crop, and all of them fucking got fucked up.
Except for the sister.
That's right.
Spoilers.
She got. Is it? Anyway,
Sorry.
go back
Sorry
and
if
see
I'm spoiling.
episode 3 for some real spoilers. All right, what are we on? Number 7. If it looks questionable, just shoot it.
Dude.
Okay, I'm thinking like creature feature. I'm thinking movies like, zombie movies, some shit like maybe not necessarily A Quiet Place, but like when there's just strange abnormal creatures around and nobody really knows what's what. It seems like in a lot of those films, when you hesitate, you're basically the one to die. So if it seems questionable, just fucking shoot it and be safe. Be safer that way. Well, Gizmo gets a pass. Unless it's after midnight.
He's up there with Baby Yoda.
He's up there with Baby Yoda, yeah. Unless it's after midnight. Yeah. Then you may have to make a choice.
Yeah. Is it time zone specific, or like it just have to be before midnight, but Japanese time? Like, bro, that's fucking 6 a.m. What do you want?
What do you want? That's actually a really good question. Is it time zone constringent? Man, we could probably do a deep dive.
Well, we could. I guarantee. On the list. Fuck it.
Gremlins wouldn't be a bad one to go over. I'd have fun with
I was
that
actually
one.
thinking it would be cool to do like some horror comedy soon.
Yeah.
Just like delve into genres we haven't like jumped into yet.
Are you aware of Peter Jackson's very first film?
Dead Alive? Yes.
Bad Taste, actually. Is what I was thinking of.
Yes. Yeah, that's the one with the aliens, isn't it?
Yeah, or whatever they are.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's really
I
bad.
do know about that one.
Okay, yeah, just throwing ideas out there.
Yeah.
uh,
It's like a absurdist horror comedy. Like it's like a lot of subgenres, but I still like it.
you could just say absurdist, and that's it.
Yeah. There's a lot of Japanese horror gets like really absurdist. It's just fun to watch for the visuals.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I like some good, just over the top, just absolute nonsense. And how far can we really take this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll have to dive into some of that shit
Man.
soon. All right, man. Number 6.
Number 6. Communicate clearly.
Seems obvious,
Take
but yeah, very important.
a deep breath and only give relevant details. If you have to incriminate yourself, then do it. It's better to be in jail and alive than dead and in need of help.
Yeah. Ooh, good point.
If you've ever seen I Know What You Did Last Summer, they could have really like saved themselves had they just gone to the police and explained what happened. They're fucking upper class white kids. They wouldn't have gone to jail.
Even in 2001.
Yeah. Everything's fine. You're fucking Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Right. Okay.
You kill you
Yeah.
have 3 more people to kill
Right.
before we even arrest you.
Yeah, the movie would have been like 30 minutes at that point. But again, for the characters in the actual story, yeah, they would have, all of them would be alive.
Yeah, because the guy clearly didn't die. Like, he's killing the fuck out of him. That was so bad.
With
I
like
spoiled it.
the most original weapon of choice I think I've seen so far, with the meat hook.
Oh, dude, so good. Freddie Prinze Jr. and another character are in the car, and Freddie Prinze Jr. walks down the street or walks down the road for some reason. I think he sees a body in the street, and he looks back and he realizes it's a decoy. He's like, ugh! And then the guy in the truck screams because the killer's right next to him, and he just fucking meat hooks him in the mouth and pulls him out of the car. And you're just like, yeah, buddy. Nightmare on Elm Street. They do not communicate like what's going on at all with any adults, with any authorities. They're just like, I don't want to go to sleep, Mom. No, I want to drive to the daycare. Like, if you would have showed a cop that live stream of fucking Chewie getting like smacked up and down on the screen, people would have been like, something's going on here.
Something's really, something's amiss.
Show them the picture of everyone from that fucking daycare and how they're all dying, fucking alphabetically.
In an organized fashion.
Yeah. Someone would have been like, something's a little bit amiss here. Yeah, they would have done something, but these fucking 17-year-old kids are all like, well, parents just don't understand. There's a serial killer looking for me, and I have all these hormones.
I think there's a huge element of that. I think there's also a huge element of like, no one's gonna believe this. This is too like outrageous. This is too far fetched for anyone to wrap. But if it's 12 people all telling the exact same thing, you may start to get someone's attention.
They have a video of Chewie dying.
Yeah.
I keep calling him Chewie because that's his name in Friday the 13th.
And he's super funny in that movie.
Yeah. He didn't deserve to die.
No. And he got the slowest one, I think, out of all those kids.
It was a good death.
It was a good death. Very dramatic.
Yeah,
very
he got
drawn
some
out.
great airtime on that one.
Right, though? Lots of screen time for my boy there. Yeah. That probably what landed him in whatever else he got next.
Like an F in the chat for Chewie.
Heck yeah. R.I.P., brother.
Fly high.
My
All right.
number 6 got a little ridiculous, and assume all clowns are out to kill you.
Dude, such a good one.
just kind of go out on a limb there. No real safety net. Just kind of, if it's a clown, just make the assumption that it's probably going to try to kill you. You might survive a little longer that way.
Yeah. Dude, there's no good clowns in movies. Like, every clown is gonna kill you.
It feels like it.
Stitches, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, It. Yeah. Everyone went to It. And
None
I
of
had
them are
like,
good. Gacy, although that's more real life, but still terrifying clown. Killed people. They're not good. None of them are good.
dude, you just can't fuck with. Oh, the fucking clown doll from Poltergeist?
Okay, right?
Fuck you. You're not even a person. Fuck you.
Oh, dude. I guess Billy could technically be considered a clown. Jigsaw's a little puppet dude. He's kind of clown-like.
Oh, God.
Very clown-like. Yeah. Clowns
I
are
can
bad.
dig it. Yeah, fuck. If you go to clown college, fuck you.
We're like just directly calling out clowns now.
The Dead Boy Lounge podcast does not endorse clown hate. The thoughts of Third X Trick are of his own.
All right. All right. Number 5. Give me your Cinco there.
Okay. Cinco. Maintain your stuff. Charge your phone. Maintain your car. Stretch regularly. Buy new shoes twice a year.
Okay.
Fucking take care of your stuff.
Yeah.
That way it doesn't die when you need it. What the fuck?
Really
Also, have
vague
a good
at first.
cell phone provider, bro. Like, it's like, get off Virgin Mobile. It's time. You're the last guy. I get it. You got that $35 a month plan. You got 400 minutes, unlimited text and data. It's time. I had that plan. That's some real shit.
Yeah, that was really vague at first. I'm glad you clarified.
It just feels like, how many times does a car not start? Or like
Every movie.
they're like, oh, the killer's in the other room, and they go to turn their phone on, and it's like just a big battery emblem on there, and it's like boop boop boop, and dies.
But what if there's no signal? What?
Yeah, that's
what
another one.
What do we do?
Well, fucking get off Jitterbug Wireless and go to a fucking adult cell phone provider.
Be a real man.
Fuck
Put a
outta here.
freaking ham radio in your closet. That way you're prepared for every situation.
Let out the carrier pigeons. Go.
Send a raven. All right.
Send a raven.
Anyway.
It's hardcore.
Yeah, thank you. For my number 5, have sex at your own risk. I don't necessarily agree with the original set of just don't have sex, because who's gonna stop them? I mean, let's be real.
I mean, Nev Campbell immediately breaks the trope.
Oh, that's a really good point. I had never thought of that.
Yeah. Which I'm happy about. I don't
Right.
feel like... I feel like purity culture is so fucking toxic, which is funny to say out loud.
Because it's so pure.
Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah. Disgusting, man. Oh, God, dude, we're getting to the good stuff.
But aside from that, yeah, I kind of feel like it's because you were touching on earlier how it's becoming more like generally acceptable for characters in horror movies to have sex and not die, not have that be like an immediate death sentence for those characters. So have it at your own risk. You might die. It's still a horror movie, but you might have a shot.
Give it your all. Don't be a fool. Wrap your tool.
That's a good one. I like that.
Oh, man. Top 4.
Top 4. Ooh, we've crossed the halfway mark, ladies and gentlemen.
True. I'm actually super ready for this one.
All right, let's go.
This is almost a D&D joke, by the way.
I knew there'd be at least one. I knew it.
Yeah. Pay attention to the news. Movie newscasters have magic powers that tell you about your imminent danger. Fucking tell me I'm wrong. Every horror movie ever, when they turn on the TV, it's like in local news, serial killer Michael Myers escaped Haddonfield Sanitarium, and he's going directly to your house. He's actually 3 blocks away. Get the fuck out. Get in a car. Oh my God. Why? Stop. It's every horror movie. Shaun of the Dead has a really good joke about it, where he's flipping through channels and all the news channels are talking about like how the dead have risen, but every time it gets to where they're gonna say dead or zombies,
Right.
he flips to a new channel. It's like a joke, a play on words, like they're all just continuing a big sentence.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a really, really well written movie. I enjoyed Shaun of the Dead quite a bit, as well did many people.
The Corletto trilogy, super good.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't.
So there's 3 movies: Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and
Okay, I know those 2.
what's the fucking one where they do the pub walk?
Oh shit!
Like at World's End or something like that, or at the end of the world. It's a shitty movie. It's like the worst of the 3. It's probably that director's worst movie, in my opinion.
Okay, that may be why I don't remember much from it.
They all have like a different color ice cream cone, like a different flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, when Sean walks to the convenience store and he gets the ice cream, the Corletto, that's like a brand of ice cream in England.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
all 3 movies have like a different color. Sean's is red, Hot Fuzz is blue, and then I don't fucking know the other one. Who cares? What a piece of shit.
See, I'm like, to find out the whole trilogy is wrapped around flavors of ice cream. Creativity.
It's just what they call it, the Corletto trilogy. I like the concept.
It's original. It's creative.
Mm-hmm.
You know, good job, guys. Okay.
Give me your number 4.
Mine. Never go into the woods. Just don't. Just stay out. Nothing good comes from it. We touched on it a little bit earlier when you go wandering off on your own and you start walking through the woods. Something genuinely happens. Either some kid gets caught in a bear trap, or the killer actually is like tracking them and they happen to die out in the open. Someone gets lost, fall in the lake, get eaten by alligator.
Bro, there's so many. Hatchet, Friday the 13th, The Collector. I literally had 2 other movies in my head, but when I said Hatchet, I lost them. Yeah, dude, if you go out in the woods, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Cabin in the Woods, Cabin Fever, Evil Dead.
None of it's good.
And sequels.
Yeah, it never ends well.
Never.
Not that I can remember. Even when there is a holy grail of a pot farm waiting for you, it ends in disaster. Nothing good comes from it. Just stop.
Yeah, just the pot's not worth it.
No. Or whatever else happens to be through there.
Yeah, the weekend at your cousin's cabin. It's not worth it.
Just stay out. Yeah. No woods. Short rule. Everyone can abide by it.
You go out in the woods today. You're going to get a surprise. Anyway.
All right, man. We're whittling down this thing. What's your number 3?
Dude,
Top three.
This one's gonna be weird, but like after we get through it, I think you'll understand.
Okay.
Pay attention to the weather.
Interesting. Okay.
If it's hot and humid, then only one person will survive, and everyone will die horribly. If it's cold, someone will sacrifice themselves, letting a small group live.
Interesting. I had not picked up on that.
There's actually a movie that kind of breaks this. The Thing, because no one survives. Spoilers for a fucking 40-year-old movie. Yeah, no one survives, and it's in the Arctic. So, but like 30 Days of Night, Josh Hartnett, yet again spoilers, sacrifices himself so that like 3 people from the town can survive. There's another one. Whatever, we'll get to the heat. So if it's hot and humid, everyone's gonna die horribly, because this is a movie based in the South.
Right.
And nobody makes it out of that shit alive. Hatchet, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like any movie where people are sweating and you can see that it's like 1,000 degrees. Yeah, one person's gonna survive.
Yeah, I can see that. Another one that comes to mind, Hills Have Eyes.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah. Massacre.
Dude, that like, I'm not gonna lie to you, The Hills Have Eyes, when it came out and I watched it, I almost walked out.
Really?
Yeah, man, because oh boy, they are graphic.
Got a
And they nearly
little
eat the baby.
uncomfortable. Little uncomfortable.
It's like, okay, it's a touchy subject, obviously. Like it's hard to dance around sexual violence.
Right. Yeah.
And like
You're
that
right.
whole trailer scene, you're just like, ugh, they're doing bad things.
Yeah.
I hope you die to death. But that's a good example.
Very good. Yeah. Yeah. Good example. Good rule.
It's hot as fuck and everybody dies. Holy shit.
Like there's parts of the movie where it actually just looks like it's in a desert.
It's in Nevada.
There you go.
Or no. New
Acid
Mexico?
Games TV coming in with a host. What up? What is up with you? How are you doing? How's your weekend been? Thank you for joining us. Just grinding.
Acid.
Okay, that's what you got to do, man.
Real quick. Give me a rule to survive a horror movie. Horror movie, if I could speak.
Imagine if.
Give me like what do you do to survive a slasher movie? That's an easy one.
While they're thinking of their rule, get the fuck out. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean,
Good one.
just run.
The next one on my list, my number 3, was put away sharp objects before running.
Don't run with scissors.
Seems like one we shouldn't really have to think about, but there are some characters in these movies that just meet untimely ends because they fall on a knife, a fork, a hatchet. What are some other ones? Scissors,
Dude,
like you mentioned.
the guy falls on a on the chainsaw in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the
Right.
Origins one, like the prequel to the remake.
Right. Yeah. I remember.
Fucking falls on that chainsaw and he's just like starting it up while the guy's laying on it and he's like, oh my god.
I love your sound effects. Dude, did you see the remake of The Evil Dead? I haven't seen that yet. No.
Everybody gets fucked up in that movie. Oh my! You haven't seen it, really?
Not the remake. I mean, I've seen the original, but I have not seen the remake yet.
The remake is literally the bloodiest movie ever made.
Oh, I'm missing out.
Yeah,
But
that one guy in particular. The one with the fucking bread slicer? Is that what you're talking about? Or with the electric slicer? That guy gets it bad.
All right. Well, shit. We'll add that to the list. Fuck it.
He gets fucked up by everything possible. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
He really does, dude. He gets so bad. So bad.
Oh, man. Yeah. Okay. I'm watching it. I'm down.
Dude, we'll definitely have to get into that one. Evil Dead is so good. So good.
But yeah,
Oh, dude, we're in top 2.
top 2. Getting serious now, boys.
Okay. Pay attention to the locals.
Oh,
If the locals are being distant and or rude, they are scared because you might be the undoing of their survival. On the other hand, if they are too inviting, you might be the sacrifice.
Great point.
Think like every gas station clerk,
Right.
or like when he's knocking on doors looking for his sister in the Friday the 13th remake. Dude, we just keep referencing this movie. Well, we even said it was like the perfect like storm of tropes.
Yeah, it hits all the bullet points.
Yeah.
Ticks all the boxes.
God damn it. Also, Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, that's the greatest movie remake ever.
Yeah.
When they talk to locals, everyone's really distant and shitty to them. Obviously, because they're gonna kill them. But like, but anyone outside of the family they talk to, the Sawyer family, they're like, "Oh no, go away!" The Hills Have Eyes, the gas attendant.
Right.
The dude's like,
right.
he's like, you need to fill up and go that way, quick.
Yeah.
Go, get out.
Oh, that's a good point. Body language, mannerisms, behavior, all of these things can be clues to.
Dude, it's a big deal. Also, though, if everyone's being super nice, you're gonna get sacrificed.
Wicker Man.
The Wicker Man. Is that it? Wicker Man?
Yeah.
The one with
the bees.
With
the bees.
the bees.
Yeah.
Everyone's super nice to him, and they act like he's gonna be the focal point of their ceremony.
They kind of hit. They kind of hit both of them. They're super nice to him, but they're also really distant when he starts asking like certain questions about shit.
Yeah. If you've ever seen 2001 Maniacs.
I thought you were gonna say 2001 Space Odyssey.
No, I
Like,
wish.
what?
What's up, Alator? How you doing, man?
Alator, hey, hello. How are you doing? Thank you for joining us. Not the bees.
No.
I know the bees. That movie had so many good anyway.
So 2001 Maniacs is about like basically a town full of people who are fucking crazy, and anyone who comes into the town gets fucking sacrificed. Like they murderize them to death. Like you're not walking away. And it's got Robert Englund in it too, so it just wins.
Shit. Yeah,
It's good. It wins. Robert Englund is so fucking cool.
I heard How to Survive a Horror Movie. Yeah, that we're going over our own sets of rules of how to survive horror films. And it's kind of cool because we've touched on like different types of horror films one could possibly survive. So it's been an interesting little chat tonight.
I've heard about Terrifier, and I haven't watched it. I've heard so much good stuff about it.
No, I haven't seen that. Sounds like a really cool metal band though.
It does.
Just Terrifier. Watch that shit, bro. I love it. All right. Shit, we might add it to the list.
Yeah, I'm going to see Terrifier and Extortionist. Dude, it's gonna be good. Wear a diaper. That's your rule.
Bro, are you gonna make it back?
Yeah. Oh, dude, they're gonna crowd kill for sure.
Yeah.
Wear a diaper. Is that what you would do in a horror movie? Like, you don't have any other, like, plans to escape or to make it?
To be fair, you could keep moving. Just keep on moving.
Oh, man. There's another movie I'm trying to think of.
It was definitely
They
funny.
sacrifice people. They're super nice and they sacrifice. Fuck is it? It's a whole town.
The Stepford Wives? No.
That
But that was some
dude,
really
that
freaky
actually
shit.
is.
God damn
not-
cat.
My immersion. No, what's that? Keenan or that
Us?
Key Peele? Keenan Peele? Is it Us? With like the black guy who's dating a white girl, and they're all just like, "Oh, she's dating one of the blacks." And they're like, "Ugh."
What was that guy's name?
Key Peele?
Jordan Peele?
Jordan Peele? No, the other guy's last name is Key, isn't it? Yeah. I'm horrible with names, dude.
Accompanied by her husband, son, and daughter, Adelaide Wilson returns to the beachfront home where she grew up as a child, haunted by traumatic experience from the past. That doesn't sound like it. Worst fears become reality when four masked strangers descend upon the house, forcing the Wilsons into a fight for survival. When the masks come off, the family is horrified to learn that each attacker takes the appearance of one of them. All right, that's not the same thing.
That's them, isn't it?
That's us.
Or no, that's us. Dude, well, I'm having a stroke right now. It's so fucking bad.
So
Holy shit.
yeah. So yeah, I don't know.
Dude. I'm actually gonna. What's his name? What's that director's name?
Jordan Peele. Like he was on that comedy show with that other guy, Key and Peele, I think it was called, that sketch show. Yeah.
Get Out. That's what it's called.
Get Out.
Oh
Okay.
my god. Yeah. Dude. Everybody's super nice and like they're treating him good and he's a sacrificial lamb.
We have to give you the sacrifice.
God damn.
Sorry.
That was great.
I,
Great clip. Thank you, Ailter. Oh man. All right, we are down to our last ones here, dude.
give me your number 2.
So
Give me a big fat number 2.
don't go swimming in the lake.
Dude.
Never seems to end well for anybody ever.
I'm just gonna expand that and say don't go swimming.
Don't go swimming. I think that, yeah, pools are not necessarily exempt from that rule either.
Jaws and fucking Deep Blue Sea,
Mhm.
Friday the 13th, Hatchet. God, there's
Freddy versus
I was about to say
Jason.
Sharknado. Well, that's not it. They're taken
Six-headed
out
shark
of the
attack.
ocean. Six-headed shark attack. Yeah, man. Man, there's a lot of movies where like if you go swimming, you're fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Is Deep Blue Sea the one with like the smart sharks where
Yes.
SLJ gets eaten?
Yes. It was Deep Blue Sea. Yeah, it was great.
Like where's the last place you expect to get eaten by a shark? In the kitchen?
Yeah.
Look,
But it happens.
I will not be killed in my own oven.
I'm
He
tired
does.
of these motherfucking sharks in this motherfucking stove.
Yeah.
Some weird ass shit like that. Yeah.
That's like kind of meta because SLJ's in that movie,
Right though.
but it's LL Cool J in the kitchen.
Oh shit. What?
But then SLJ, dude, do you know that SLJ doesn't die? Or not SLJ, LL Cool J doesn't die in like any horror movie?
Really?
Yeah, dude.
We need to change that. That's not fair. He gets
He's
a
like
pass?
the anti Sean Bean.
He dies in everything.
Spoiler, he dies.
Watching Jaws made me afraid of the ocean. You and literally like every other person that probably saw that movie at a young age.
Dude,
Like
it
it
genuinely
terrified.
made me afraid of deep water.
Yeah, yeah. Like such it was yeah. When a movie resonates that hard through that many people, dude. There's a freaking ride in Universal for like the longest time with that scene where it just comes fucking plowing out of the water and shit like that. That was a powerful movie for like all the wrong reasons.
Piranha? That's like one of those 3D like sea movies. I know what it is. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
It's a good little popcorn flick for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it exactly.
Yeah. All right, man. What's your numero uno?
Oh man. You kind of touched on this.
Okay.
It's don't be unlikable or too likable or racist. Being unlikable means you could have a redemption and your death could lead to dramatic tension for the climax. So if you think you think about characters who like they start to become like super cool and you're like, man, what character development? I kind of like you now. And then they die. SLJ in Deep Blue Sea. And that fucking the shark jumps up and ate him. And like what's another 30 Days of Night has like a couple scenes like that. The big guy from Sons of Anarchy,
Okay.
he's in it, and he has this spoilers. Listen, I'm gonna say a lot of spoilery shit while we do this podcast, and I don't want to say spoilers every 10 seconds, but he has this moment where he saves a bunch of people, and you're like, oh man, that's so cool, and then he dies. You're like, oh.
Yeah.
And then that touches back on my weather thing from earlier.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah. Great point.
Also, racist people die.
All the time.
Without, like, fail.
Without question. And I mean, they do it on purpose. They know these people deserve to die. You know, they're just being genuinely shitty people doing shitty things.
It's definitely, like, it's fanfare for sure. Because you're like, I just want that fucking racist piece of shit to die.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, dude, skinheads in movies, they die
yeah.
horribly.
Coming back to Friday the 13th, if Trent had made like any kind of racist remarks or whatever, he would have hit all the check marks for those characters. Every single last one. Douchey, unlikable, racist, fucking, yeah. One way ticket to death.
Do you know what skinheads are, Alator? Like you like shave their head and they're like
they wear
kind of
fatigues
Nazis
all the time and like camo pants with like basically prison style tattoos, and they're just genuinely shitty people.
They're like militant racist, basically.
Yeah, neo-Nazis. They're referred to as a lot. Neo-Nazis. Yeah.
Pieces of shit.
That's more accurate.
Yeah. Fuck those guys.
Fuck those guys. So that does it. That does it for our rules for surviving a horror film. If you guys have any additions, please feel free to throw them into the chat real quick. We have a few more minutes to spare here. And oh wait, yeah, my coworker talked about them. Okay, yeah, so you know. So yeah, if you have any other rules or suggestions you want to throw into the chat really quick before we completely tie things off for the night, give us.
I have bonus rules.
Yeah, bonus rules.
I have bonus rules.
Bonus rules. Let's go.
Okay, so One of them is going to sound like vaguely insensitive, but you got to hear me out.
Okay.
Okay. So the first one is run, don't hide. And specifically, run towards light, run towards people. There's safety in number, there's safety in visibility. And if you don't hide, there's less chance of you being cornered. You really have to think about that every time you see someone hide in a horror movie and they've got like that little slit that they're looking through and they're like, and you're just like, this is pretty tense, but you're gonna die now because you fucking your face is pressed up against a fucking 1.5 inch wide hole.
Right, yeah, and then like the next shot is normally always like the killer's eyeball, like looking directly back through the same slit, or
Yeah, it's like a big jump scare. They just turn.
ding, and the little screech from the strings, like that
Yeah.
little quick sound effect. Or there's like a knife or a blade or something that comes through the door into their sternum or some shit, you know.
Friday the 13th again.
Again.
When he fucking stabs through the dock.
Fucking Jason, dude. He just does it all.
He knows.
He knows.
He's a showman.
Yeah.
I have one more bonus rule.
All right, give it to me. Give it to me.
Don't make anyone with a European accent angry.
What?
Yeah. Like anybody who talks like this, you know, I come from the old country, like that kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
if you make them mad, if you deny their house loan, if you fucking hit their car, whatever, you're dead. DED dead. Drag Me to Hell being the most famous example. Have you ever seen it?
Of course.
It's Sam Raimi, dude. Sam Raimi makes like these very visceral horror movies.
Okay.
Like where he throws everything at you, including the kitchen sink and the toilet and 45 gallons of blood. Like everything is just constantly like pictures on the wall turn and look at you like, nah! Like, dude, she fucking, just for a synopsis, this girl is she works at a bank and her manager tells her if she wants the promotion, she has to start being more aggressive with their clientele, and not being such a pushover to let them get whatever they want.
Right.
And this lady comes in and she's like, I need a loan. And you're just like, you should be nice to her. And she's not. And she fucking curses her.
Wasn't that also the premise from what was it called? Thinner.
That was gonna be the other one. Alator. All right, I'm gonna go. I'll see you later. Thanks for hanging out, man. I appreciate you showing up.
Stay safe. Wash your hands.
Wash your hands. Yeah. Wear your mask too.
Wear your mask.
God damn it. So yeah, the Thinner.
The old Stephen King story. Yeah.
Yeah. But that one's like I believe a Native American curse.
Is it?
That's what I recall. I could be wrong.
I immediately jumped to European because I think it takes place in like New York. Or like
I remember it being like a hoity-toity, like big time lawyer.
Right. And he's fuck. I may have it fucked up, but it did sound like that one rang a lot of bells for that movie.
I just want to look it up now.
Because it was like some sort of like random middle of the street encounter, and they're like, "I curse you, Thinner," and it's the accent in my memory sounded European. Always do. My skin is starting to dry.
Rough.
Tudunks.
Bill Halleck is an obese upper-class lawyer living with his wife Heidi. Oh, wow, they even use the term gypsy. You're right.
Okay, see?
Billy accidentally runs over a gypsy named Suzanne Lemke. He is acquitted on the subsequent proceedings by his friend Judge Carson Rossington. So they're just like, nah, he's my buddy. I'm not gonna.
I'm not gonna send him to jail. Fuck that.
Ethics, my dude.
Yeah.
Ethics.
Right.
God damn. Yeah, man. Don't make European people angry.
Apparently, yeah.
They'll curse the fuck out of you.
Absolutely.
Wow, out of context, that sounds so bad. Holy shit.
Oh, and at no point did I try to stop you or any.
I know.
It's just like.
In the movie, though, right? Like,
But in
that's
the
what you
movie.
want. Like, no, fuck European people, dude.
Jesus. Okay, yeah, let's just give more ammunition, shall we?
Oh, shit. That's going to be my Shane Dawson, like, 10 years from now. Like,
Fuck.
he hates European people.
See?
You got to watch the rest of the podcast.
Oh, context is everything. Anyway, well, that does it for our rules. Hope you guys enjoyed them. If you have any other suggestions or if you have anything that comes to mind, feel free to drop them in the comments. Wherever you happen to enjoy our show, be it on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, or anywhere else that you happen to enjoy podcasts. Third.
Like, if you listen to it on the bootleg cassette tapes that are being sold outside of music venues, my man.
Dude,
Sorry.
We should do that.
Just bootleg
Just
cassette.
bootleg our own shit.
Hell yeah. Oh man, I feel like you're about to ask me if I have some words of wisdom.
Well, since you bring it up.
You know, I don't, but I feel like I have one more bonus rule
That counts.
that I could.
These are pretty wise.
Is my camera reversed?
No,
No?
you're leaning.
Okay, I just want to make sure because the bonus rule,
Nice.
wear your mask.
Very
As
nice.
fuck.
And it does come through clear. Yeah, not reversed. So you're good.
Nice.
Message rings out nice and clear. So none of you have any excuses.
It's my fucking words of wisdom. Wear your mask. you
Wear your
piece of
fucking
shit.
mask. Fucking children? No. Anyway, even my child wears a mask.
Mine too.
So there you go. I love it. I loved it. This is a good idea, man. We got to do this again. Not this exactly, because how many times can you really do rules? But
Yeah, numbered stuff gets weird. Top 10 lists. It gets stale real quick.
they do. But we definitely do have to do a more open, bantering, conversative type of episode sometime soon. This was fun.
Absolutely.
So for next time, feels like maybe we might do another movie. What do you think?
I feel like we should.
Feel like we should? I feel like we should too.
What could possibly precede this? What could come after this? What dare I say? What could follow? This podcast. This is the fucking clip we're putting on. What could possibly follow?
What could follow it? Why?
Oh, we're watching it. Okay. No, it follows.
It follows. Guys, if you would like to enjoy the film for yourself before we actually do the episode, it is available for free on Tubi.tv. If you happen to have a smart TV, a Roku stick, or maybe Amazon Fire. I don't know if it's on Amazon Fire. But it is a free service. It's a free app. If you don't mind ads every once in a while, it's a great place to check out movies and films. Their horror section just got jam-packed with a bunch of titles. Like, it's actually kind of ridiculous the amount of content they have available on that site now. So it's definitely worth a look. And maybe, I don't know, depending on kind of what our schedules look like, we might actually be able to do a watch party with that one. But we'll see. We'll see how things go.
I'm trying to get a day off this week. Holy shit.
It's getting there, man. It's getting there. Just trying to take in as much as we can before we probably go through an inevitable shutdown all over again down here. So,
Damn it.
it's coming.
Yeah, you guys have curfews and shit right now, don't you?
There might be in some areas, but it hasn't hit here yet.
Gotcha.
I know Miami's pretty bad. My buddy Beezus is down there. He works for Origin PC, whose headquarters is in fucking Miami. So they're all in the middle of it. They're in the thick of
It works
it.
for Origin? That's
Yeah.
tight. You told me about that. Yep.
Yeah. He was one of the first dudes on my other podcast. And we got deep into the origins of Origin, as it were.
Funny.
So yeah, it's a crazy time. So hope everyone out there is staying safe, taking care of yourselves, taking care of each other. Be nice. Just don't be dicks, guys. It sucks right now.
Where's your mask?
And wear your mask.
Just take it off when you get in your car. Don't be a dick.
Or you can't get into Costco, and then you end up on Facebook.
And then where are you gonna get your half-gallon of fucking mayonnaise? You gotta get it's a Costco.
It's a preservative.
Where else are you gonna get the giant dill pickles in a jar? Come on now.
Hey, those are important, okay?
3 jars in the fridge.
Yeah. Anyway, all right, guys. We will see y'all next week. And again, check out the movie ahead of time if you feel like it. If not, come on in, and we'll be sure to spoil it for you. Okay. So, spoilers. All right, with that, we're going to go ahead and say goodnight. Thank you guys for hanging out. Elator, Acid, you guys are legends. Thank you for the clips. And we will see you all next week. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And as always, wash your hands or you'll stay dead.